No, what I was saying with I think you should do more research on Huey P. Newton. You will realize how much involved he actually used to work with white people before he got involved with the Black Panthers.
Yeah.
So it's always other side of the table, or the other side of the bed, or under the pillow, whatever the phrase is. But what I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, man, mentally, I think we hold ourselves back more than white people hold us back. That's just my mentality. I'm not saying that I don't agree there's racism. Yes, I agree there's racism. I understand how racism still affects us to this day. Racism will never go away, is what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that knowing that we understand racism will never go away, we can't allow that to hold us back as a culture. We can do anything we want if we just put the action towards it
Yeah,
instead of complaining about it. That's all I'm saying.
I'm with you, and I think we can do anything we want with no limits amongst ourselves. But if we trying to work with racist white people, or just work with white people in general, you're going to have to conform, and that's just the truth. It's a reason why a cat like Dr. Boyce Watkins isn't able to get hired on with some of these upper echelon white schools. He's too much for black people. They don't want that on their campus, and that's all I'm saying. If you're too much for black people, you kind of got to do your own thing. That's pretty much, and that's what I'm leaning towards. I've been reading books on ownership, and my whole perspective is just going getting geared towards ownership, because the way I talk, racist white people not gonna want me around, man. They're not gonna
But
want
see,
me
but,
getting money
but
with
see,
them.
Robert, but see, I believe in ownership too. I live by ownership, but I
Mm-hmm.
also understand my mentality is this: I'm willing to work with anybody who ultimately wants to reach the same level of success I do in life.
Of
Whether
course.
that's a white person, black person, Hispanic person, Asian person, I'm willing to work with anybody like that. And regardless of what level of success I get to in life, I understand racism is always going to exist, but racism is not going to hold me back. So when you talk about conforming, I don't think you have. I don't think just because you work with a white person in general, regardless of the race, is not you're conforming. You're really not.
No, you're not conforming if you work with them, but I'm saying if they have the leverage and they want you to conform, if you want some of their leverage, you're gonna have to conform. And that's just the
But see,
honest
but
truth.
that's also what I spoke to you about last time. You know what I mean? I don't even think that's conforming. I think that's understanding the business aspect of it and understanding ultimately your main goal. So if you can get what you need out of that situation to be very successful and pull your own people up, then if you do that, I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Mm.
And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
us and that's the problem with a lot of us as black people too. See, let me keep it very funky with you. Black people want to talk that come together, this and that, but at the end of the day, we don't do that. And quite frankly, I don't think we are going to do that. Let me just keep it 100% honest with you. I don't think we are going to do that. But I would recommend this to any black person who is in networking or in business. Whoever you can work with, regardless if they're white, black, Hispanic, Asian, I don't care. If you guys can work together where you can reach a certain level of success, that you can grow and do something else to bring somebody else up under you that's black or in your culture, then you do that. Fuck everything else they talking about. Because at the end of the day, if you depend on your own community to support you, the facts are is that we don't support each other. You can look at the facts, you can look at the numbers. We spend more money outside of our race and businesses than we do spend with inside ours. So with that being said, you doing business with somebody outside of your race, guess what? You're really doing business with yourself, with your community, because your community is the ones funding the person that you're doing business with outside of your race.
Okay, I'm with you.
Think about it from that perspective.
And my thing is, if you are a black power for your people type person, and
See, I'm for my
mm-hmm,
people.
yeah,
I'm for my people. But I also understand that's what I'm saying. Our mentality is different because I also understand being for my people doesn't mean that I have to do everything within my people.
of course, I mean, of course not. That's not even realistic. I'm saying we need to get to a point like that, but unfortunately, it's not like that. But all
And
I'm
it
saying,
probably won't never be like that.
I gotta be optimistic about that one. Maybe my people will wake up, and I'm gonna keep rooting for my.
Sirach,
I'll die believing my people gonna wake
Sirach,
up.
I'm trying to tell you, I will hope for the same thing. But at this point, we have to be realistic. You don't see that coming no time soon.
I don't know. Times have changed. People are
Okay.
starting to wake up a little
Tell me
bit.
how.
Hey man, people are starting. The internet is exposing a lot of stuff.
The
Now
internet,
maybe
the internet exposing a lot of stuff, but you don't see nothing changing.
Hey,
Tell me
maybe,
what you see changing in your community to this day.
maybe it'll be a slow change, Mike. That's what I'm gonna stay hopeful that it changes.
No, and it's always good to stay hopeful that it changes. But that's why I say you have to by staying hopeful about what it changes, you have to recognize what is good for us now. That's why I said you have to recognize the strives and accomplishments that we've done now. By you not recognizing that, by blaming white supremacy, takes away from that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why you have to recognize President Obama. You have to recognize Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill. You have to recognize people in power like Oprah, Jordan. You know what I mean? You have to recognize at least the good that we have now for us. Because if you don't, then what do we have?
I won't recognize cooning. And not to say that they're cooning, and I'm
This
not
guy,
saying that
man.
they're cooning,
This guy,
but I
yo,
will
there's no
not
hope. There's no hope.
recognize cooning.
There's no hope, guys.
Like
There's
if
no
you got a
hope.
cat like, and shout out to Willie D exposed this too, because I always been feeling, I watch and I'm not gonna take it too off subject, but I watch man, what's the show with Stephen A. Smith and all that? Skip
Yeah,
Bayless.
first take.
Yeah, I watch First Take, but a cat like Stephen A. Smith, the black man, and Kevin Durant, he be up there cooning, man. And I can't recognize stuff like that.
I don't
man.
think Stephen A. Smith cool. I think he speaks the truth.
Some of that, I mean, you know, hey, he
I don't
protected.
know how does he cool? Because one of his best friends is Skip Bayless, who's a white man.
No, I love Skip. No. I
Okay.
love Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless is he's a super dope guy. I think he's
Yeah.
a pure guy.
And Skip Bayless always speaks out on racism
Of course,
against
of course.
black people.
But I'm
so I don't
saying-
see how is he cooning.
Some of the things that Stephen A. Smith will say, like you getting on ESPN and you know, Kevin Durant, you don't want it with me. And if you do, we can go at,
Well,
you know,
Kevin
that's,
Durant talk bad about that man. That's cooning.
it's
Kevin Durant
cooning.
call that man a liar.
I mean, it's cooning when you going on a white network.
Hold on, C-Rob. So Kevin Durant can talk in front of a bunch of white media bad about Stephen A. Smith, but Stephen A. Smith can't defend himself on a TV show that he co-hosts?
No. He can defend himself, but why would you jump on a white-owned network and go
Why
at
would
another...
why would Kevin Durant say that on a white-owned network?
Okay, it's both, Mike. It's both cooning then.
C-Rob, that's
But you
crazy,
can't.
bro.
Why would? If I have an issue with another black man, I don't feel like I'm gonna go on a white-owned platform and go at a black man. I don't. No. That's
Willie D
whack.
did it.
Who did it?
Willie D did it.
Okay, yeah, he went at Coons.
He doing the same shit that he's talking about. You think the Breakfast Club is owned by black people or white people? That radio station.
Wait a minute. Radio One. Cheryl.
Power 105.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Radio One. What's the black lady's name?
Power 105. Who's that owned by?
Ain't it owned by what's her name? Sherry, whatever she be on the radio? It's a black woman.
Power 105 is owned by who?
By Radio One, which is owned by a black woman.
Okay.
Cheryl, I forget her name. But either way, I just don't. Me personally, I would rather not go at another black man. But if that man's cooning, he's cooning, man. If he's cooning, he's supporting white supremacy, man. That's all I'm saying. And this, because that's what they want us to do. They want us to fight. And I'm talking about racist white people. I'm not talking about good-hearted white people. So let's not get this
So
misconstrued.
give us the definition of cooning.
Cooning. Let me give a solid definition off the top of my head. Cooning. When you're, as a black man, when you disown your race or you speak in ways to where you're disowning your race, or when you're attacking, well, that's the same thing. Or if you're attacking another black man or subjecting yourself to owning stereotypes in front of the masses, if that makes sense.
Okay, so if I say something bad about a black man, am I cooning if it's true?